Hello and thank you for watching. This is Jennifer Bowman with Olympia Piano, and this is the final video for Dozen a Day Orange Book Group 4. We'll cover exercises 9 through 12, and we'll go through each exercise with a lesson and then a playthrough. So before we get started, I'd just like to mention, make sure you have your own copy so you can follow along and experience the great work of the author, Edna Mae Burnham. Let's get started. So number 9, turning right leg around in a circle. This is a very, very advanced exercise. Lots going on here. So I hope I capture everything. First thing is, it's difficult to do two things at once with one hand, especially when we're trying to think about touch and tone and that sort of thing, because by holding this note, we have less access to all the wrist motions and the U shapes and all of that sort of thing. In this one, what I want you to focus on, doing your best to hold that down, and then playing all of this on the tips. We've got these triplet rhythms. We've got triplet rhythms, and then staccato, and then roll up for those half notes. But this is great because she's having you feel a large interval with an octave on top, and then a small interval, more compact. So I'll be interested to know, which one do you find easier, the more spread out one or the more compact one? Let's go through this exercise first with just the right hand note, so you get used to the rhythm and the different touches. So we're gonna have smooth, smooth, smooth. If you notice, I'm not playing all of those the same. I'm playing the first one, down, up, down, up, down, up, okay? That's the first tip. Then when we get to the next measure, we have 2 staccati. So your challenge is not to play those too fast. Feel the triplets once you get to those. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then same thing with a G. Down, down, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and up. Turning right leg in a circle. I just want you to see the height of the wrist. We can't have this too low or else we'll have no traction for these top notes. So the wrist is going to be pretty high. It's going to be at its lowest point when it's on those half notes. Up, up. See how that works? Same thing with the left hand. So let's give this a shot. So we'll hold the thumb down. We'll play that kind of quietly. 1, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and roll up, reset. Down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. 1. 4. Then I would suggest trying it quite quickly. When you do it more quickly, you really want to be on your tips so the contact is very focused. All right, let's do the same thing with the left hand. We're going to approach it exact same way. The left hand interval is a little bit larger when we move up. Instead of the right hand, it was a 5th. This is a 6th. Just has to do with the harmony there. That's the 1 harmony. C major in first inversion. Okay, so left hand, again, do it without holding the thumb. So just down, up, down, up, down, up. Feel the subdivisions here. 4 and moving to E. 1, 2, 3, and so forth. So playthrough of number 10, I'll do it once slowly and once quickly. 3, 4, 1, down, up, down, up, down, up, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Tips. 1 and 2 and roll. second position. Quickly. It's harder for my left hand. I'm not left-handed, but I'll do my best. So I want to point something out to you. Because my left hand is not as agile as my right hand, I carry tension when I try to do this. Second finger technically should just be hanging out and resting. So that's something to just look out for. And so forth. Number 11, hanging by your knees, another advanced technique. Hands doing two different things. You see this all the time in advanced music where you have lots of different voices and one hand has to do more than one thing. So I like to think of these as different textures. Something like this might have a long sustained brass or something be the whole notes. And then these are maybe staccato woodwinds. We have the interval of a tenth between the hands for our melody. We're just going up the scale, up and down the scale. Each hand has an octave. So they're providing a little bit of harmony. So we have two different techniques our hand has to do at the same time. And so I would practice these independently. Technique number 1 is the roll-ups for the whole notes. And I think in this one I do quite a quick roll-up. So the roll-up is done by the time I start playing staccato. So we'd have roll-up, touch, touch, touch. You see what I mean? So if I'm rolling up and then I'm trying to control a staccato down here, with a slow roll, it's not going to work. So the roll takes the duration of a quarter note. So roll, 2, 3, hang out. Roll, 2, 3, 4, quick roll. But I am using my full pad for those rolls. Okay? Same thing with the thumb. I'm going to use the whole side of my thumb. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And I'm resetting underneath. So I'll show you that on the side view. Technique number 2 is high wrist and then just touching. Touch, touch, touch. With the left hand, you have the same thing, but it's the pinky. So on the very tip, and then we put those together. So quick roll, touch, touch, touch. Quick roll, touch, touch, touch. Okay? Something that often happens when you have these repeated sorts of staccati or chords or whatever that are repeated, oftentimes our hand does not want to play staccato, staccato, staccato. It wants to play staccato, staccato, hold, move to the next. So I really want you to think 3 ups on those staccati. Up, 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 reset. Okay? Let's take a look at the side view. Hanging by your knees, side view. I want you to see how high the wrist goes on that first beat in order to play the 3 staccati. So roll, touch, 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 roll, touch, 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 and so forth. All right, so now let's play this hands together. I'm going to do crescendo as it goes up to the G and then diminuendo back down. All right, 1, 2, ready, go. Roll up, touch, 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 little louder, touch. Here's the loudest one. Softer. Oh, and look at this, it changes. 2, 3, 4. Now, if you want to try this quick, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here's number 12, Fit as a Fiddle, I'm ready to go. This is incorporating a lot of the things that we had in this chapter. Triplets, hands together, so the down, up, down, up, followed by those quarter notes, so you have to maintain your rhythmic integrity, feeling the subdivision of triplets there. We've got some fingering stuff, moving the left hand down. Technique-wise, this one is going to be on the tips, except for the half notes, which will be more of a roll-up. And harmonically, we start in our 1 chord, D major, and then 5, 1. Then we move to our 5 chord, to 1, 5, 7, 1, 5, 7, 1. So all of these little harmonic lessons within these fit as a fiddles. I'll do it one time slowly, one time quickly for the playthrough. So listen that the hands are not playing apart. You want to listen so the hands are playing precisely together. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 2, move the left hand. A little louder for the 5 chord. Secondary dominant. Back to 1, a little softer. Da, 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 da. Feel the subdivision of triplets. And let's end this very quickly. 1, 2, ready, go. The faster you go, the more on the top of the keys you're playing in order for them to be together. Because if you play too deep, you can't go fast. All right? So that's it. Dozen a Day Orange Book Group 4 complete. I hope that you found it helpful. I really enjoy this set. It's very difficult. So my suggestion for practicing Dozen a Day is learn up to 3. And then practice those for a couple weeks. Get them really under your fingers so you have all the techniques, then learn a couple more. Then finally, when you've learned the whole set of 12, play it through as a unit. And then when you master that, then try it in different keys if you feel confident doing that. These are very key-oriented, so they're pretty easy to transpose into different positions. Thank you very much for watching. Please share, subscribe, or donate via PayPal if this was valuable to you. If you've watched my channel before, you know I love to know where you're from. I'd love to know if you have any questions. Leave that for me in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.